welcome back to my channel, and welcome to this week's SCT Sampler Scrapbooking, where we are working with March's kit, this gorgeous kit based on Gingham Gardens, the gorgeous Gingham Gardens collection, and the Simple Stories I Am collection. So let's see. So this week, as I say, the first layout I always try and get done is a 12 by 12 because I am joined for the unboxing, and at least for the first week, by my lovely friend Becky from My Creative Life, and her channel will be linked down below, in getting a 12 by 12 layout done first and foremost. The goal I always have with doing the 12 by 12 layout is to let this lovely kit shine, and in particular let those 6 by 6 papers shine and be the focus, other than the photo of course, which is always the true focus, be the focus of the page. So that is exactly what I did again this month. This is one of my go-to type designs. It's a design that I originally got inspired by Christina, my lovely friend Christina from Redefine Creative and the Secret Not Secret Kit Club, when she did the first Stash Bash Palooza for us. And this is a variation of one of the designs that she taught us during that online workshop. And I love it, and it's perfect for 6 by 6 papers because you can use them exactly in their 6-inch length or width, whichever way you are doing the layout, because you could definitely do it this way, which would be awesome, or this way. So this is a very, very, very versatile design. So all I did here is I cut some strips of the paper down to the 2 by 6, and I used a piece. Now the cardstock and this designer series paper here on the back are both from my stash, so I just cut my very vanilla cardstock down by a little bit more than ½ an inch on 2 sides in this case. Just a touch more so that I would have a bit of a wider frame to let that mustardy color shine through. So then, of course, by doing that, I couldn't quite get 6 strips of paper across, because then that would have, I guess I really could have actually, because you could definitely bring the paper out as one big block right across the 12 inches. And I might yet try that. But I didn't do that in this case, so I just left a little less than ½ inch in between. And I did, for once, I very, very, very rarely, I did actually measure the middle piece, and then I measured out. I inked all of my edges with an ink, I think, was it maybe Crushed Curry? I think it's a Stampin' Up! Ink in Crushed Curry. I inked the edges of my very vanilla cardstock before I put it on the frame, and then I inked around each of the paper strips. And I also used, of course, down here some other bits of those same papers. So I put these across in a pattern that I enjoyed. Then I got my photo down, just backed it on, let me see, one of the papers, which is not one that I used here. Is it? No, not one. It is one that I had originally thought of using, and then in the end decided against it. So I used the back side, and I just matted my photo so that I would have a little bit of differentiation. And I forgot actually to ink the edges of the mat, although now that I look at it, it doesn't really, really need it. Got my photo down, and then I went down here at the bottom and started using strips here in 3/4 inch and or ½ an inch in all of these same patterns, and just went down here below in a pattern that was pleasing to me, which sort of goes along a little bit with the original design. And I inked all of the edges of this, and then I got these down in different lengths and a little bit of different widths. And I just love how that looks down here. So once you have that and the photo and such beautiful paper, you really need just very, very, very little embellishment. So I went into the die cuts. This was a die cut which I cut into sort of a journaling spot. I tucked a piece up here and I tucked a piece here where there was this little bit of a nook and cranny. Tuck that down there, which gives a fun little diagonal down to there. This sweet die cut that was in the kit as well, put that on this sort of space here that was a little bit extraneous, so I got that down. 2 little hearts. These 2 little hearts are from my stash, but the enamel dots are from the kit. And then as I said, I tucked the other part of this label just down here. And then the alphas here are from my stash. This is from a lovely set that my friend Karina sent me. These are enamel letters that were in my stash. The fun does come from the kit, as you see here, and the and is from a daily flash set. Oh, excuse me, a little frog in my throat. So then I just put my title, My Fun and Sweet Boy, all the way down here. I like the black, it makes it pop. My photo had a black border on it from a filter I had used originally. So I got that down here. And then I just filled in a little bit. I put here some me time, a little floral sticker from the kit, this little floral sticker, little sticker here that says important, just to fill in the little gap that was there, with a few little enamel dots here again, and a gold glitter heart to go along with that one. And that is pretty much my layout. I just put here Scotty. This is our puppy Scotty, the best golden retriever. As you can see here, summer of 2007. He was already not a young puppy. He passed in 2012. He was the best boy ever. I've done quite a few layouts about him, and recently I've started scrapping a few stories that, you know, when I started scrapping, I had a way of scrapping, and now I realize that there are some stories and photos, some actual stories that I have not scrapped. So there will be some journaling going along here, and this is about a summer that I spent. Scotty was actually my bestie, my sister from another mister, her and her husband's puppy, and I would spend a month in the summer while they would go off on their holiday. I would spend a month in the country with Scotty. I would bring Chopin, of course, along with me, and it would sort of be a little bit of a holiday for me, and it was some house and in particular puppy and kitty sitting. So I will have a little bit more journaling here, and that will do this layout. I think a fairly high impact, like a lovely layout from a visual point of view, but using very few supplies. So I have quite a bit left here. Please don't forget to go on down and see what Becky got done for her 12 by 12. Come back next week. I should have an 8.5 by 11. And I'm just going to very quickly show you that I used the word amazing from the kit on this lovely layout that you just saw on my channel as part of Sketch Sunday on Sunday. And then instead this month of 2 8.5 by 11 pages, I think I am going to do an 8.5 by 11. And if you've been watching my Freeze Fridays, you know that I'm getting into doing an everyday type memory, like an everyday documented project life type project. And these cards are part of the kit. So I think I'm going to use these. I got last week's photos printed, our heat wave, just a very fun little Facebook exchange, the layout palooza that I attended, and I got some decluttering I've been doing in the house. So I think I'm going to do an 8.5 by 11 and a pocket page So there you go. So tell me, what have you been doing either? Thank you so much, those of you that left me a comment to say, really, don't worry about it. I haven't used my March kit either. I'll be scrapping along with you. Thank you. And SCT are just amazing, of course. They organized it, so I'm resubscribed as of August. But Jen is PayPaling me an invoice for June and July. So for July, I will be back on track. These kits are awesome. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next week. Bye for now.